Hey, the face of college football just turned his back on the President of the United States. Fernando Mendoza won the national championship and the Heisman Trophy as the quarterback for Indiana, was invited along with all of his teammates to be honored at the White House like all national champions are. And he said to President Trump, hey, thanks, but I got to work. Jim Watson, Pete Weitzner, and Tom Callan, our producer, talking about Heisman Mendoza. We love this guy. Everybody loved this guy. He's done everything right. And I think he did this right as well, Pete. You know, he gets invited by Trump to come to the White House. And you and I have said to all these liberal teams and the WNBA teams that don't want to go to the White House because of Trump, it's the President of the United States. It's the White House. It's an honor to go. You respect the office. You don't have to talk about the persons. You go. But in this case, I understand why Mendoza didn't. Mendoza drafted by the Raiders, and the visit with the White House coincided with the first day of rookie camp. So he wasn't being disrespectful. He said, I got to go to work. I got to earn my spot on the team. So he wasn't there with his teammates on the steps of the White House. Pete, what's your take on this?
Jim, how many people on that wide shot that Tommy put up? How many people did you see? A lot. You know how many didn't go? Three people. Including the guy who was the Heisman Trophy winner, the MVP of the championship game, the #1 draft pick, the future face, currently one of the faces, he hasn't done anything yet, of the NFL. I'm very disappointed. I smell a rat a mile away. Let's fake. This is the NFL. With the exception of the NBA, there's no more. This is the National Woke Football League. He's getting, isn't my feeling alone, he's getting some bad advice.
Here's the line that Mendoza gave the media. He said, when they said, why aren't you going to the White House? And of course, the media loved his decision. But he said, quote, well, I'm on the bottom of the let me do it. He said, I'm on the bottom of the totem pole here. I have to prove myself. I can't miss practice. As a rookie, I don't think that's a good look to miss practice. I want to try to best serve my teammates. And I don't know if I'd be, let me finish. I don't know if I'd be accomplishing that goal if I went to the White House. Now, that to me sounds like it was written by a PR person, not by the athlete. I don't know if you saw Trump's comment. And of course, he did it at the microphone. He said, well, when he mentioned that Mendoza wasn't there, he said, now the reason he's not here, in the typical Trump, he takes off ramps in his own sentences all the time. Now, the reason he's not here, and he was so nice, he called us, he's a big fan of ours. That was his comment. He had to have to get him back on track. And he said, you wouldn't believe his reasons that he didn't show up. I'm not happy about it, but it's okay.